Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on September 1st, 2025, which was about 6 days ago. The standout result is a decoding method that slashes time to first token by up to 30.85 times, while preserving or improving perplexity, delivering big latency and memory wins for long retrieval contexts. The paper is titled ReFRAG, Rethinking RAG-based Decoding, and as we will see later, the speedups come without changing the decoder's architecture. In short, the method compresses retrieved passages into chunk embeddings, senses which chunks truly matter, and selectively expands only those, enabling faster RAG, longer usable context windows, and stronger downstream accuracy. On X, commenters highlight claim to 16 times longer context and up to 31 times speedups with no accuracy loss, describing compression, sensing, and selective expansion as the mechanism. Engagement looks moderate, with likes in the tens. The previous figure summarized the headline speedups. Figure 1 presents the pipeline. The context is split into K-sized chunks. A lightweight encoder turns each chunk into a compact chunk embedding, and those embeddings feed directly into the decoder alongside the question tokens. A reinforcement learning expansion policy decides which few chunks must be expanded back to full tokens, so the model stays autoregressive while most chunks remain compressed. This design shortens the effective input length and reuses pre-computable embeddings, which cuts attention cost and memory. So the previous figure laid out the pipeline. Figure 2 shows how this translates into speed. The left panel reports time to first token acceleration, which climbs sharply with input length and reaches over 30 times when cached. The middle panel tracks time to next token, which stays near 1 times for short inputs, but rises to about 3 times at long contexts. The right panel shows throughput acceleration that peaks above 6 times, and both cached and not cached variants beat the CEPE baseline by wide margins. Alright, the previous figure highlighted speed gains, and Table 1 now focuses on quality. Table 1 reports perplexity across arXiv, book, PG19, and proofpile, with lower numbers meaning better predictions. ReFRAG 8 and ReFRAG 16 deliver the best or tied scores among compressed baselines, which matters because they also run much faster. Llama Full Context and Llama 32K still set the unconstrained upper bound, yet compressed chunk embeddings close most of the gap while cutting latency. So the previous figure emphasized speed, and Table 2 turns to accuracy across longer contexts. Table 2 reports perplexity for context lengths of 4,096, 8,192, and 16,384 over arXiv, book, PG19, and proofpile. Lower is better, and ReFRAG 8 and ReFRAG 16 delivered the strongest compressed results, often beating CEPE while running faster. The gains persist at the longest window, which shows that compressed chunk embeddings generalize beyond the training length. Alright, the previous table covered long context perplexity. Figure 4 compares performance versus retrieved passages and versus latency for strong and weak retrievers. The left 2 panels show that at the same passages, the compressed model matches Llama with a strong retriever, and the latency plot shows higher performance at equal input length because compression allows more content. The right 2 panels repeat the trend for a weak retriever, where gains are slightly larger since extra passages help when retrieval quality drops. Alright, 2 takeaways stand out: compressing retrieved passages into chunk embeddings, then selectively expanding only crucial chunks, delivers huge latency and memory cuts while matching or improving perplexity. The broader implication is practical long context RAG at scale, since cached embeddings and dynamic expansion make longer windows and multi-turn use feasible. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.